Hey everybody, welcome to the show and welcome to the month of November as we head down the home stretch in college football and in Pac-10 play. This week we'll take a look at the Washington State game as the Ducks were victorious 34-17. Also preview the upcoming game against California and have a couple of special profile features as well. Coach, before we start today, we have a couple of things we need to talk about. First of all, over the weekend, the University of Oregon and the community of Eugene Springfield lost a very outstanding young man, a guy that was an outstanding runner for the U of O back in the early 80s. Bill McChesney was killed in an automobile accident, and I know all of us associated with Oregon athletics give our heartfelt condolences out to the McChesney family. He was just a super young guy.
Oh, there's no question about it, and lovely young wife. They were energetic couple. The McChesney family has our sympathy, and it's just a tragedy. They've had their share of tragedy in that family, and this is just an unbelievable incident to follow what has happened earlier with that family.
Ironically, the same weekend that the Ducks went down to Stanford to take on the rest of the conference in cross country, and I guess maybe using that as a little bit of inspiration and motivation, the Oregon cross-country teams. Congratulations to Tom Heinonen on the women's side and Bill Dellinger on the men's side for capturing the Pac-10 cross-country championships. Indeed, honors very deservedly gotten this weekend for the Ducks. Well, the Ducks won the toss of the coin, elected to defer their decision until the second half, and so Washington State will get the football to start the game. Trick-or-treat time, yes. This guy in the Palouse, having fun on Halloween Day.
Is that you?
Ken Woody and I? I wish I had hair that long.
This was a major disappointment. We had them pinned deep, and we just lost leverage and let them out of the hole. Tommy Thompson getting a piece of the tackle there before Mitch Signer finishes him up.
So they want to run the football. They try it with the Chambé right fair. He only gets 1 yard.
Excellent play. You'll see good pressure here on the second play. They blew him dead. I guess they're trying to protect the quarterbacks in the league this year from getting roughed up a little bit. Cummings makes a great pass move coming right up the middle, secures him, didn't hang on to that right arm, but the official had blown the whistle.
So on 3rd down and 18.
And a big break early. Paul Rodriguez picked up the bouncing ball. Too bad he couldn't have picked it up on the run and run it in, but we do recover it. Great field position opportunity that we fail, unfortunately, to capitalize on. The first play of the game, we break Whittle up the middle for a 6-yard gain.
2nd down and 4 from the Cougar 11.
Should have taken that play inside. He broke it outside. There wasn't anything there. We had a soft hole inside.
3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1, we try the belly play. They pinch from the outside, beat our tight ends block at the top, and
4th and 1, and you want to change the play. You want to get a timeout.
I do. We had called the play, and they substituted late into a goal line defense, and we wanted to get a different play. Unfortunately, nobody saw us on the timeout, and we ran it, and you see the results.
So the Cougars get it back, but they're pinned very deep. Again, right fair trying to circle the corner.
First hit by Chad Cota, wrapped up by David Massey. You can see Cota coming off the corner here. Doesn't wrap up. Chambé right fair spins off of him. Cummings in pursuit, Massey, and Eric Castle. Eric Castle played the finest football game he's played this year. He played very well.
2nd down and 12. Got the Cougars pinned deep, but right fair breaks a couple of tackles and picks up 19 yards. But the defense stiffens, and a couple of plays later on a 3rd down and 8. Bledsoe under some pressure. Great pick by Herman O'Berry.
Nice job by Herman O'Berry. Receiver trying to get inside. You can see Ernest Jones getting pressure right in Bledsoe's face as he releases the ball. Herman O'Berry in great position, makes a great play. That's just an outstanding job by Herman O'Berry.
So again, you have great field position at the Cougar 38. This is a great fake here. Willie Tate with the reception.
Got to get Willie Tate to not just go to it like a magnet to those tacklers and be a tough guy. He's got the ability to make a move here, and he just lowers his shoulder and tries to run over him. And real nice play by Danny O'Neill off the fake. We have to settle for a field goal, and Tommy Thompson drills it right down the middle.
So the Ducks lead it 3-0 thanks to the turnover, the interception by Herman O'Berry. Next series for the Cougars, 3rd down and 5. Again, Bledsoe pressured, and again it's ruled to be a sack.
This one is, I think, real questionable. I don't think that this should have been ruled a sack. He is in the act of throwing. He's not down. There's a receiver in the area, but he was ruled down, and that's the way it goes. We get a low punt here. We happen to have the right return on, a middle return, and Ronnie almost breaks it out of there. Just gets tripped up, but a nice 20-yard return to give the offense great field position. Good hold up at the line of scrimmage. This is a real good bird's eye view of what it's like for a punt returner, coming right up the gut against all of those people coming down. You can see he just gets tripped up as he was ready to break into the clear.
That's what happens when you have field position. The guys punting the ball have to protect a little bit longer, and so you get a chance for a return. Burwell picks up 4. Ball at the Cougar 22.
Little counter play to Derek Deadweiler here, and he goes down. He hits his helmet on the turf, got a little ding. He had to come out of the game after that one, but a nice 9-yard gain and a draw play to Burwell. Burwell breaks it outside, picks up about 4 or 5.
So trying to tack on some more points, leading 3-0 near the end of the first quarter. O'Neill to Vince Ferry, and he's able to pick up 5 yards.
We were throwing for a loss on the next play. We go back to throw here. We bust an assignment. Obi Babs has a chance, can't hang on at the back of the end zone.
It would have been his first touchdown, and so Thompson in to attempt a 32-yarder that is through the pipes. And that's the final play that we see of the first quarter. 6-0, Oregon with the lead. We enter the second quarter of play. The Ducks had to punt the football away, so it's the Cougars on offense, and once again the defense doing a number here. In fact, the defense almost got a turnover early in this quarter.
Excellent job by Romeo Bannison, just whipping their fine guard Garmin at the line of scrimmage and making a tackle for a loss.
So a couple of plays later, almost an interception by Devon Hosey.
Hit him in a bad place. I think he was looking where he was going to run. He had one in his hands. It bounced right off his chest. Nice play fake here. Derek Deadweiler keeps his balance, goes down the field, comes down on his right shoulder. He played a few plays after this, but this is the play that unfortunately Derek, you can see he gets slammed to the turf with weight on him when he comes down here. But a nice job by him keeping his balance here. He's going to come down on that right shoulder right there with a lot of weight on him, and he fractured his collarbone.
Yeah, he got up and it looked like he was trying to adjust his shoulder pads and knew that he had something wrong. But Thompson comes in as the drive stalls, 46 yards out, boom. Through again, 3 for 3 to match the number on his jersey. And with 11 minutes to play in the quarter, Oregon leading 9-0. We'll pick it up with Washington State on a 3rd and 3.
Coming on the blitz, and good job on the bottom here by Ernest Jones coming in, shaking the block of Chambé Wright Fair, coming underneath it and getting the sack.
It's tough to apply pressure when the guy's only taking maybe a 3 or a 5-step drop,
Yeah.
but you put good pressure on him all day.
And Juan Shedrick joined the backfield again this week. We actually gave him the ball 11 times. Here comes a sweep play to Ricky Whittle. Should have kept that a little bit further outside. He took it up, but he should have followed Shedrick's block.
So the drive unfortunately stalled after the long run, and here's the play that, look at this punt. Perfect spiral, 48 yards, fair catch. And Tommy took a big, big blow on this one.
Took a vicious blow, and you can see the ball is out. The official ruled that it was tipped, and there's absolutely no way in God's earth that that thing was tipped, because as you could see, the foot and the ball were clearly out in front of the man's body. They come right back with a screen pass now. Big play here. David Massey making the tackle after a nice gain by Chambé Wright Fair.
This is probably the scary part about leading only 9-0 at this stage of the quarter, second quarter, is that with a touchdown, Washington State would close to within 2 points.
That's right. Nice play by Terrell Edwards on the reverse there to Bobo, and a mistimed jump. Good coverage, but Paul Rodriguez jumped too early, and Carolyn came down with the catch. I played against his dad, if you can believe that. And his dad played at Idaho. Real big 6'6" wide receiver in those days.
Well, your defense did the job in that you held Washington State to just the field goal. So with 24 seconds remaining, got a couple of timeouts to use. Juan Shedrick trying to pick up some yardage, so maybe you can get in field goal range.
Well, we don't want to do anything foolish here. We don't want to get a turnover and give them an opportunity to score. So we run a couple of running plays, get up around midfield, 3 seconds, use another timeout. We're going to go deep here. Danny O'Neill rolling out. We got a couple receivers going deep. They're not open. He elects not to throw. We end the half safely with the lead.
All right, Coach, you're ahead at the half, 9-3. You have to feel good. You have the lead. You have to feel a little concerned because, you know, Washington State is explosive offensively and can put points on the board. What was the general mood at halftime?
Well, we were disappointed we didn't have a touchdown or two, but we also were very happy to have the lead. The bottom line is we had a lead at halftime. We were going to get the football on the kickoff. We talked about it on the defensive side. We knew if they didn't score, we couldn't lose. And that's the attitude our defense went with. We knew we had moved the ball. We felt we could get into the end zone, and we felt that we would be able to do that in the second half.
Ironically, a similar occurrence from the game a year ago at halftime, only about 12-7, and in the second half you explode, get a couple of turnovers, and that's exactly what happened in the third quarter.
A year ago, a key third quarter with 3 straight takeaways set us up in an easy game, and it wasn't necessarily the takeaways in the third quarter, but our defensive dominance and field position that allowed our offense to finally push a few into the end zone.
All right, let's pick up the highlights. The kickoff was returned, and Oregon gets it out at the 20-yard line. Actually, it was kicked off twice because of a penalty, a rare penalty, offsides on the receiving team. So the Ducks trying to move the football out of here. 2nd and 5 on that play. Now it's 3rd down and 2.
We'd been setting this one up by running the toss, and out of a wing formation we called zebra, 3 tight ends, a wing, and just a real nice fake here. We run the toss, sweep, fake, and their safety bites, and Willie Tate slips right down the field. We have all the time in the world. Willie Tate, as you can see, is wide open. Willie does a good job, stiff arm. Now he's got to protect the football from the other side. Here comes a club move, and he goes down, 52-yard gain, sets us up on the 20-yard line, and unfortunately, we turn right around and make the critical error ourselves with the interception. Shedrick making a nice play here, running him down.
The interception by Burns, that's his 4th of the season, and so the Cougars get it. And again, they trail only 9-3, but the defense isn't about to give any quarter.
First in there is Cummins. You can see him coming from the bottom of your screen, 99. Gets pushed by, but Romeo Bandison gets there and gets help from Ernest Jones, and we get the sack.
So now the punt. Maybe you can explain the call, why it's made, and what the rule is here.
The rule is that you must give the return man a 2-yard cushion to catch the football. Whether he signals for a fair catch or not is irrelevant. You must give him 2 yards within which to catch the ball, and you can see that he's definitely within the 2-yard barrier, and that, I mean, that's only a 5-yard penalty, and Harris took a pretty good shot for just 5 yards.
And he held on to the ball, and the pass out to Willie Tate.
Nice catch by Willie Tate on a ball thrown behind him.
At this point, a lot of people are feeling, including myself in the broadcast booth, that first touchdown wins. I mean, if they get a touchdown and get some momentum, that maybe they can roll. If you get the touchdown, you're in good shape.
Well, we felt we needed to push one in, and there's a good play by Ricky Whittle, a nice catch here by Anthony Jones. Nice to have him make that catch after his halftime feature, huh?
That's exactly right, on cue. Unfortunately, the drive stalls, and you know, Tommy hasn't had a lot of bounces that have gone his way inside the 20 this year, but this one did, and Eric Castle made a great play.
Eric Castle made a very alert play. We're actually trying to kick this ball out of bounds right. Gets it high enough, though, to allow our coverage to get down there. And you can see the ball, if it's going to bounce straight, we have people in position to make the play there, but now Eric has to chase it before it gets into the end zone, and he does a nice job getting it on the 1-yard line.
Cougars unable to move it, so you get it back. Again, great field position at the Cougar 26.
Nice run by Sean Burwell. Good blocking at the point of attack, but a nice run. And the big guy up the middle on the trap play. Nice job by Juan Shedrick.
So that brings up 3rd and goal. O'Neill out to Burwell, foot race to the end zone, touchdown for Oregon. Look out, Sean, you don't want to get hurt climbing those steps, but that is the play of the day.
Well, that's out of the archives. We used this play, Todd, with Reggie Ogburn and Reggie Brown way back when. It's called sweep screen. We actually block it on the offensive line just like we would if we were going to run the toss sweep out here, only we drop back. We're going to have Anthony Jones out here. He's going to crack back on either the rover or the first linebacker, the first guy that threatens. Fullback's going to come out and block for us. And in this case, the corner was in man-to-man coverage, which you'd expect down near the goal line. O'Neill drops back, throws to Burwell, and he takes it in and gets the touchdown, the first one that we needed badly.
Exactly so. Let's look at it from ground level.
And you can see a real good job there by Shedrick screening the man. Burwell takes it in, spikes the football here. That's a 15-yard penalty. Not a very smart play on our part. We come back for the 2-point conversion. We're looking for a crossing route. It's covered. Ronnie Harris adjusts his route on the backside of the end zone. O'Neill finds him. Real nice job here by Danny. And Ronnie Harris improvising on the second option on this play for the 2-point conversion.
And that is important because now it is 17-3, and the Cougars would need 2 scores and 2 conversions just to tie.
And this is important as well. When you do something stupid and get a 15-yard penalty and kick off from the 20-yard line, you look like you're going to give your opponent great field position. You saw I gave him a big hug right there. 80-yard kickoff. I mean, that's incredible.
I've never seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that.
And that fired up Jeff Cummings. He came humming in there. Look at this move. I mean, Jeff was really giving those guys fits all day long. I mean, slips in there, and poor Bledsoe just didn't have a chance.
You know what I thought your team did well, amongst other things, was to tackle Bledsoe high most of the time and wrap the arms up and not give him a chance to throw.
We tried to get the arm because very strong guy, and he can throw the ball under pressure. That was a good play by Ernest Jones and Ricky Whittle running hard. Ricky suffered a pretty good laceration on his hand. We run the draw play to him here. Good block by Shedrick out in front. Nice run by Ricky Whittle. Ricky had about 8 stitches in his hand after the game and continued to play with it during the game. Another catch is very similar, same play you just saw Anthony Jones on the drive before.
Well, a dominating performance in the 3rd quarter. It gives Oregon a 17-3 lead as we enter the 4th period of play. And the Ducks pounding at the Cougars once again. Burwell on the run. A gain of 8 on first down.
Good job protecting the football. Burwell again takes it up the middle off the left side this time. Picks up another excellent gain. And a real nice block at the line of scrimmage, springing him wide, up and inside and down to the 4-yard line.
2nd and goal now up from the 3. And it worked to the right, and now it worked to the left.
Worked to the left. Sean did a good job extending the ball as he was about ready to go out of bounds there. He extended the ball across the plane of the goal line. We didn't execute this play as well as we should have. Just a nice individual effort on Sean's part here, extending the ball to break the plane of the goal line.
So the touchdown. And now you've broken it open, so to speak. Good job by Doug Musgrave there to get that ball down.
It was a high snap. Excellent job on the hold by Doug.
Now, this is going to make somebody's highlight reel, not to mention ours. The interception by Chad Cota. Now remember, he's got a fractured thumb on the right hand.
You can see he's losing grip on that football, and bingo, the ball's out. Castle gets credit for the touchdown, and Chad's real upset about that. I want you to know he was lobbying after the game to see if the officials had ruled he was across before the fumble. But you can see on this that the officials made the correct call. He really was not across. But this is a great individual play, and this is the first game he's played without the cast. He has a heavy tape job and a little bit of a splint to protect the thumb, and I'm not sure he could have made that play with the cast on. But you can see right here the helmet's going to go right on the ball. The ball goes out, and poor old Chad does not get his touchdown, but Eric Castle does.
So the 2nd year in a row, Eric Castle gets a touchdown against Washington State.
And we need you know, we need to score on defense some, and it's nice to see that come back. And I thought at this point now, we had a real severe letdown by our players. We were doing a little premature celebration.
Bledsoe leads the Cougars down the field, and the touchdown pass to Pointer.
And Chad's supposed to help Alex over the top there, didn't quite get there, and it was an excellent pass by Chad. And here's where all the trouble starts. Willie Tate recovers the onside kick. All the pushing and shoving starts. Eric Castle ends up down in the bottom of a pile here pretty soon, and somebody pounding on him. We tried to keep our players on the sideline. You can see Coach Graywood's got a few of them coming off. We're trying our best, but it got out of hand, and I feel very badly about that because that's not what college football is all about.
So now you're trying to run some time off the clock. The game is in pretty good shape. Ricky Whittle, the gain, a 15-yarder on the face mask, so you got the ball again in Washington State territory deep, and on a 4th and 7 play, Thompson comes in to finish another fantastic day for him as he boots through his 4th field goal.
We want to make sure that we get them in a position where they have to score 4 times to win the football game. And we do a terrible job on the kickoff coverage. Tommy Thompson, what a great play there. Alex Molden comes over, bats the ball out. Unfortunately, it bounces right to them, and they set up. Look at Tommy's got to learn not to get in those piles with that bare foot of his.
I think he made 2 tackles and might have helped on another one.
Screen pass to Bobo here, or C.J. Davis, I'm sorry, and Herman O'Berry tackles him for either a yard loss or no gain.
And I'm sure the Cougars feel that this next play, the completion here, incompletion, almost intercepted, but the next play is kind of indicative of how things went for them. Fires it, man in the end zone, he drops it. And that's kind of indicative of the way they played. But Oregon played a very good football game, defensively, offensively, special teams, and as a result comes away with its 2nd Pac-10 victory. The final score, 34-17. Let's take a look at some of the numbers from the game. First of all, statistically, to hold Washington State to 10 first downs, 2 of those were by penalty, is remarkable. Rushing, the Cougars held to just 52 yards. Oregon with 154 and great balance, as you'll see in a minute. Passing-wise, Danny O'Neill had a pretty good day. Bledsoe suffered through a long afternoon. Total offense, the Cougars came in as one of the top 10 teams in the country in total offense, yet managed only 217, and half of that, more than half of that, was in the 4th quarter alone. Turnovers, 3-1 in favor of Oregon. Punting, Tommy Thompson, a nice job, 38.7, but a couple of those pinned the Cougars deep. 3rd down conversions, a good job by the defense, offensively almost 50%, and the sacks, officially 6 credited for Oregon and only 2 for Washington State. Individually, let's take a look at the rushing. Good balance there, coaches. Your tailbacks rush for a combined 102 yards, and Juan Shedrick, who has been lobbying for more pigskin time, gets 11 carries. He had only 18 coming in for 53 yards. Passing, Danny O'Neill had a good day. Statistically, 11 of 19, 147 yards, a couple of touchdowns, only 1 interception. Bledsoe intercepted twice. And you see the tacklers. Good balance as well. Farwell Massey leading the way. Massey was injured during the course of the game and had to come out, but 3 other guys got 7. So nice balance, good job by the defense. After the game, we went into the locker room and talked to the players.
For most of the game, for 55 minutes, we did keep our poise, and we didn't have, a lot of penalties like they did, and it was tough. They've been looking for us since last year. They said it all week in the papers, how we ruined their season, beating them last year, and saying that it was nice to come off SC and play a team like Oregon, and we kind of wanted some respect. We think we're a better team than they gave us credit for, and I think we went out and proved it today.
3-4, now we're 4-4. Now we have a shot with 3 games left to go 7-4, and I think it's just a big boost to every player on the team, and I'm sure we're all looking forward to next Saturday and the rest of the season.
Yeah, we knew if we took away the run, take Sean Bay right fair out the game and lay the hat on him that we want to put them in a passing situation And we know with me, Jeff, Romeo, and Terrell, you know, we pride ourselves on giving a lot of pressure on the outside and inside. So we knew if we took away the run that we was going to be able to get Bledsoe a lot of pressure, and he's going to have to get rid of the ball as quick, especially with having just a one back out, you know, the block.
Basically, it was just a regular punt, good snap, and the guys, I don't know where he came from. They seemed to overload their players the whole game, so they were definitely coming after my punts. And you know, I saw him out of the corner of my eye, but I got the punt off, and you know, he just basically hit me, and that's about it.
Did you think it was tipped?
I didn't think it was tipped. Normally, I could feel it getting tipped, and also I could definitely hear it get tipped. So from what people tell me, the ball traveled pretty far, so I don't think it was tipped.
From the time we left this locker room, the crowd was just yapping at us. And so we just had to show that crowd that, hey, last year wasn't a fluke, and hey, we are for real.
You know, we had good coverage from our DBs, and we all put good pressure on it. If it wasn't Ernest Jones, it was Terrell, or it was Jeff. We just did a good job.
They were lining up differently than what we expected during the week when we practiced. So we had to adjust to that because they were bringing a lot of people, and that stifled us the first few drives. But we figured it out, and we started to wear them down after that.
Went up, it was a post corner they were running, and I read it, saw it when I made the play, and was going down the sidelines. Broke a couple tackles, a lot of nice blocks, and then I saw the goal line, somebody there, so I tried leaping up over, and my thumb is in my right hand, my broken thumb. I still can't hold on the ball that well, and it just popped out.
He just bounced up, and I was right there. I picked it up right in the end zone, so, you know, Chad did a good job picking that off and ran it back, and, you know, I just picked up the goods, I guess. You know, it's a big win for us. You know, I think we can move forward and learn a lot from this game, and obviously we have a lot of momentum now. You know, we need to concentrate on Cal and take it one game at a time, and we can still have a good season.
This is a very tough game coming up against Cal. Whoever wins this is going to be hanging around in November, and Cal's coming in with the same thought in their mind as we have in ours.
It's also homecoming. It'll be good to see as some of the former players and the alums come back to the U of O. We hope to have a big crowd at Autzen Stadium. Hope to see you at the Ball Yard, and if not, we'll see you next week right here on this station, same time for the Coaches Show. So thanks for joining us.
The Oregon Sports Network presents The Rich Brooks Show, sponsored in part by Budweiser.